Hi. If you've been feeling down on your luck or confused, scared, worried that a certain event or travel plans or career path, anything, any situation, you're scared that it won't happen, that perhaps you had a well thought out plan and it is now falling apart in the seams, or at the seams rather, this reading is for you. I had originally pulled all of these cards out for myself as I was kind of having a mental breakdown, not gonna lie. I won't get into it, but it's just a personal thing that I feel like I definitely had a hand in it turning out this way. But I was essentially just asking if this situation would even happen, considering the circumstances around it really felt like a blessing. It was a blessing, and I'm worried it won't happen due to financial reasons, and I made a very well thought out plan in order to meet my goals, and it's already falling at the seams, and my human brain can't see a way out. So again, as I was in the middle of having a mental breakdown, I did this spread, and I got, all I could hear was record, as I was literally snot dripping down my nose, tears staining my face, record. So I'm just gonna put it out there. I had to grab all the cards out from what I grabbed out, and yeah, we'll just get into it. So the first card that get out, I want you to take a deep breath with me, okay? I know that your physical reality may not be showing you evidence that everything is going to work out in your favor. And I know how difficult it is. Oh, I do not want to cry again. I know how difficult it is to maintain your faith or even trust in yourself that things will all work out. But the universe did give me the Six of Pentacles, and if that isn't some guy coming to help you, I don't know what is. The universe said help is on the way, okay? Help is on the way. It might not look like what you're imagining to it be, but help is definitely on the way. To clarify that, I have the Emperor card, and honestly, my immediate reaction, because my brain can't not make a joke out of it to cope with my emotions, immediately I see this Emperor card and I go, oh, so some sort of daddy figure, some big daddy energy is gonna come and help. Some form of father figure, an authoritative figure, maybe someone with money. He's generous, but he's gonna come help. Some form of help will come. It'll come in a structured way. It might not exactly come as a what they call a financial windfall or an inheritance or anything. It might, okay? It might. Whoever finds this video, it might be that. But for this reading in particular, that's what it came out as. Now, the next cards I pulled out was the Knight of Swords, which was then clarified by the Star reversed and the King of Wands. And as we know, the Knight of Swords is a card for a guy who's kind of like jumping to conclusions. For me, this pile really gave what I was already kind of dealing with, is just like kind of jumping to conclusions, losing a bit of faith, and almost acting out of desperation because, or like, yeah, like acting out of desperation because my plan is now falling apart so quickly in the beginning stages, and I'm I'm immediately jumping to conclusion that is not going to work out. That this is just because the first step of the plan isn't going to plan. And so we don't want to do that. I know, but obviously once you're in a spiral, it's hard to get out of said spiral. But again, just know that there is help coming on the way. We just don't see it yet. There, a level of faith has to be maintained, even if you don't necessarily feel it. Affirm it to yourself if you must. I continue to pull cards as I do, and I got the Hierophant reversed and the Magician out at once, which I then clarified by the World card. For me, like the Hierophant has always been a card of like tradition. The Magician is about someone who can create your reality. Together, it's telling, what I immediately got was some way of taking control of your reality, but in a very unorthodox way, in a very untraditional way. So it might not come through your regular schmegular work. Maybe it came to something that you shared with others, right? So this is a card of completion, the world, sharing with other people. For me personally, I thought it would come, or not even thought. I'm a small time creator, right? I'm a small time creator. I just started my channel and posting actual videos on YouTube and such about my readings. But like it's still me creating stuff, and it is unorthodox. I don't do this for money. Okay? I don't do this for money. I don't expect money to come out of this. I do have goals of putting up like readings as like a as an energetic exchange, which obviously money is energy as well. So like I will have that at some point, but I don't expect money out of it. And my immediate thinking was, this is an orthodox way to create an abundance, to create my new reality. Most people are not going to tell you, yeah, you're going to become famous and get rich off of YouTube. Like, no. Like, yes, you can absolutely, you freaking can. There's many examples of such things happening. But even like today, like I have friends and family who want me to do more practical things to create my abundance, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And even right now, I have plans on going back to school to kind of start a different side business, but I'm not gonna just do that. I want to do more. I'm a multifaceted person. I have more than one dream. And the more practical hands-on aspects that I'm going back to school for, I mainly want it so I could have a starting point to fund some dreams. Because we live in a capitalistic society, like regardless, the money, what I you require funds in order to fund your life, the life that you desire, and how you get those funds can be creative. Okay, it doesn't have to be your regular 9 to 5, and if it is, great, but it's not for everybody. It's not for me. um, so that's what that card pile was about. I pulled more cards, and I had the Page of Wands, which was then clarified by the Judgment card and the Page of Pentacles. Now, I made notes for this, but they're on my phone and I'm recording on my phone, so I can't look at it to refresh my mind of what this meant. But my thinking is on the lines of faith. Like, you have to start from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere, even if it's from the bottom, even if you only have 4 subscribers and maybe 2 of them are yourself from other accounts. You have to start somewhere. Every creator started somewhere. Okay, the perfectionist in you, I'm also talking to myself, by the way. It's not just It's not just me. Or that's not just you. I'm talking to myself here, okay? Perfectionism is useful in the sense of it has you looking at a lot of details and such, and there are some benefits for you having those skills in the finer details. However, we get trapped in finding perfections and making things everything just right. Why are we so scared to be bad at things? Okay, I'm talking to me. You're not gonna be great at everything that you try for the first time. My nose is drooling. I hate crying. Okay, and you're not gonna be great at everything the first try. You have to start somewhere, and we cannot be afraid to be bad at something first. Not everyone is a genius right out the gate, okay? If you are, fantastic. That's great. I'm great, good for you, okay? I'm happy for you. But if you have the courage and the faith and the belief and the passion into what you are doing, going for that is the first step, okay? Posting that first video, posting your music, your first song, sharing it with friends and family. Those are all first steps into the dream that you want to create. And just by doing that, you create a huge ripple effect across time and space. And maintaining that level of belief, you'll reap the rewards that you have sown from taking such actions. But we have to start somewhere, and that also means taking actions, not just staying in the realm of dreams, not just having these ideas and not putting them out there and sharing it, putting the energy out there so that way you can receive it back, right? That's what I'm doing here. I'm making this video and I'm putting the energy out there and not hoping, and it'll one day, sometime, somewhere, somebody will resonate and they'll receive this energy. They'll receive this energy and they'll receive a word, a message. And my intention is that it'll provide clarity and even a little bit of relief, maybe a feeling of being less alone. And like, again, I apologize. I don't have any tissues, so I'm just using toilet paper. Anyways, we gotta start somewhere, okay? I pulled more cards. I don't necessarily know if this is for the collective part, but it was part of my reading, so I'm gonna include it. Um, the next cards to come out together were technically the last part, but I'm gonna talk about the bottom of the deck too. But I got the Three of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups. My first and initial reactions with the King of Cups is trusting your emotions more. And like, yes, I understand that like not all emotions such as fear should be trusted. If you haven't heard the acronym for fear yet, FEAR, false evidence appearing real. It's a great one. I don't know who wrote it, but I read it somewhere. It's great because if you're being run by fear, the emotion fear, it's not helping you, okay? Like there's a time and place for it in the sense of like maybe fight or flight. It's useful in like survival scenarios, but we don't want to live in a state of survival anymore, okay? We don't want that. We want to live. We want to live this human experience, our lives. We don't want to just survive anymore, dude. I'm so tired of surviving. I'm so tired of being in survival mode. I'm exhausted. I'm so deep exhausted. I just want to let go. And I want, oh God, I don't follow any organized relations, but for real, like I really feel the whole just Jesus take the wheel. That's how I feel right now. Anyways, I'll continue. With the Three of Pentacles, it's usually like a workspace, a community. For me, this was giving trust your heart, trust your heart, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, even when your external, whether that be friends, family, general situation, finances, may not reflect that back to you or might even go against you. So, like, friends and family will say, oh, you can't get big like that, or no, you got to do this and this and this to do that. And you believe something else entirely. In your heart, you believe this. You believe this. So trust that, follow that, because I clarified but with the Strength reversed and the Six of Wands cards together. These are the clarification cards. And for me, this was giving inner strength. I know it's reversed and usually it's like outer strength, but for me, this gave inner strength will lead you to victory. Like it'll trust your knowing, trust that inner knowing, trust that inner voice. Tune out, I don't want to say riffraff because we love our friends and family, but tune out the external because it has not caught up to you yet. It hasn't caught up to your universe, to your new frequency yet, your new vibration. It hasn't caught up just yet, but keep following it. Keep following that inner guidance, your inner strength, that you do have a deep knowing that everything will be okay, that everything will turn out the way it's meant to turn out, even if we can't see it, especially when we can't see it in our physical reality. And knowing that eventually, or even not even eventually, just knowing that it's gonna happen. And if it hasn't already happened, it might have actually, if it has already happened, it's actually happening right now, and we just don't see it. It's behind the scenes. We don't see it, but we feel it. Things are gonna be okay. Even while I was having a mental breakdown, I wanted to believe that everything would be okay, but my human mind, my ego, was freaking out because that's not what my physical reality was showing me, right? That's not what the bank account was showing me. That's not what external people, I wasn't getting help from external people. Like it, none of that was in support of what my internal beliefs were. And I was seeking confirmation bias, external confirmation bias that my beliefs are right. But the whole point of faith is faith is something you have despite what everything else says. That's what faith is to me, anyways. I don't know what the actual definition of faith is, or of faith is, but faith is, to me, is such a deep belief and knowing and trust in something despite everything else that says otherwise. That's what faith is to me. And oh yeah, I'll continue the reading. I lost my train of thought. But the bottom of the deck energy was interesting. We have the Six of Swords, and just underneath that, I saw the Five of Cups. Six of Swords is like moving on, usually for something painful, and then the Five of Cups is basically crying over spilled milk and not seeing the cups behind you, and that ties into what I was just talking about. You not seeing what's going on behind the scenes and currently having a mental breakdown about what's not working out in front of you. And that sucks. I don't want you to push down those feelings and gaslight yourself, okay? I I was sitting with myself about this earlier. How do I honor these feelings that are coming up even when there's a deeper knowing that everything will turn out fine? And honestly, just cry, okay? Just cry, bitch. Just cry it out. Just yell, scream, punch a pillow. rip something that you're okay with getting rid of. Do what you must to expend that energy, those emotions, to then get it out of your system so you can chill the F out. Because that's what I needed. I just needed to cry a bunch, okay? And I probably will cry more after I'm done recording this video. And it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I know it. Please, please affirm it. Affirm it for yourself. Okay? You're deserving of whatever it is that you truly desire. And whether or not that shows up in the exact way that you had initially thought it would, just know that your most heartfelt wish is about to be fulfilled. Okay? Just let go of your expectations of what you expected to happen and play out the way that you wanted it to, a way that your ego wanted it to, because I don't like saying this, but like, because it's not on your plan, it's on God's plan. But at the same time, if we are God's, if we are God experiencing itself, if we are God experiencing itself through each other, through mirroring each other, then we're creating these realities that are mirrored back to us. Why did I say that? That's an entirely different conversation. But we can walk away, okay? We can walk away. We can feel our feelings and we can trust in ourselves that things will work out okay, okay? Trust in a higher power if you must. Just trust that things will work out for you and they will. If you believe it, you're right, okay? If you believe it, you're right. And that includes if you believe you have bad luck, if you believe things won't work out, then you're probably right, okay? So do with that information what you will. I wanted to end this reading with the oracle cards I pulled it after because I continued to cry afterwards. I'm just gonna read the short excerpt from the book because I really like them. But I pulled out first this card. It's 17,528 hertz. I don't know if anyone wants to listen to that. Mandala of the Heart. This is a great deck. I will read out the expert that came out. Excuse my sniffling. It says, sometimes aspects of our life fall apart or don't go to plan. This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Trust in the goodness, in the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place. Do not trust your fears. Put your faith in the love of your heart. A heartfelt wish is going to manifest. That was the first card. Okay, great, great, great. This is the next one I got was, I'm just gonna put this in here, was this 138. Oh, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Devara Patra is this guy right here. It says, out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. Okay, period. Last one. This one. 3. Says Oboadire. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Apparently, it's Latin for obedience. And its excerpt, you know what I'm saying. It says, do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true. Okay? No matter what happens, no matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in practical ways, which contribute positive energy to our human collective. Damn. Period, spirit, period. Okay, that was a reading. So if you found this message, just know it's for you. And if you cried, it's okay, I did too. We can cry together. So thank you so much for this sharing this space with me. Please ignore any of the mess of the background. I must clean my room. If you'd like to support me and help me out with my little situation, I'm gonna start offering readings on my Ko-fi page. But if you just want to donate and support me, or if you would like a reading, you want to do a donate, just message me your email and I can do that as well. It should be in the description of this video. Otherwise, I believe it's ko-fi.com slash when she blooms, which is the name of this channel. And you can find it there. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.